Hello and welcome to Sophia Kamau's kitchen. Today I am going to show you how to make my favorite buns. They are buns mixed with whole wheat flour and white flour. I know most people like white buns, but when I show you how to make mine with whole wheat flour, you will love it. They are delicious and they're a big hit in my household and with my friends. I use the mix of white flour and whole wheat flour to make it more healthier. So I do have all the ingredients lined up here and I'll go ahead and show to you. First ingredients is the flour, of course. I have 2 cups of whole wheat flour and 2 cups of the unbleached all-purpose flour. So you could use regular white flour if you don't have the mix. I have 1 cup of warm milk, a half cup of warm water. I have melted butter, a 1/4 cup, a teaspoon and a half of salt, 1 egg at room temperature, a 1/4 cup of sugar, and I will use 2 1/4 teaspoon of quick rise yeast. You could use active dry yeast or fresh yeast, but with me, this is what I have and you will see it will work perfectly. To start the process, I'll have to mix the milk and with the water and with the melted butter. Then I will add the 2 1/4 teaspoon of the quick rising yeast. 1, 2, and my 1/4 is here. Then I'll give it a quick mix here, and I will also add the sugar. So the sugar will be the food for blooming the yeast, and with the help of the warmth in the milk and water. So I will keep this for 5 minutes to bloom and then we'll come and show you the results. Now you can see how after 5 minutes my yeast has really bloomed, and it is time for me now to mix everything together. I will now add it to my flour and the eggs too. It's 1 egg, by the way. So, and the egg, not eggs. And I will combine this. This one I want to show you making it by hand. It will take longer. With the machine, it will be a very quick process. But this is how I want to show it. The next thing I do is to flour my surface thoroughly. And then I will, since my liquid and the flour has been mixed, I will just get all of it out and now knead it on the counter surface. So we will go like this. This process will take about 10 minutes. Just keeping doing like this until your dough is really combined well and has a good consistency. So keep flouring your bowl and see the liquids measurement and plus what the flour, it's all turned out to be a perfect amount. And though again, some factors will depend. If your egg is bigger, if you don't measure your water properly, and if also you don't measure your flour properly, so it will be hard for you to have a good consistency. You might be finding a very soggy dough, or you might be finding a very hard dough. So you just keep on doing like this. Never get tired, little by little, for like 10 minutes, and we will be back to show you the next step. 10 minutes is over. So now the next thing I have to do is to put it in this thing, oiled. So I have my oiling spray. If you don't have the oiling spray, you just use your regular oil so that to prevent it from catching the edges. and I will put it here. So for those who don't have cling film, I would use a towel and then cover with a lid. But I do have it. I would love to just use it, cover it here, and then I'll be seeing through how my bread is rising. I will keep it here for 1 to 1.5 hours, depending on the temperature of where you are. Or the other thing you can do is to put in the oven with the light on in the oven, or reheat your oven to maybe 200 degrees, then turn off. Keep this in there for like 1 to 1.5 hours, and then we will come and see. We want to see it has doubled in size, then we'll move on from there. It's been 1.25 hours for me, but again, as I say, depending on where you are, could be between 1 to 1.5 hours. I put the light on the oven, and this is what it gave me. My bread dough doubled in size, and now I have to poof it. Yes, so I will take this out and now knead it again. See the way I put oil on the side so it didn't stick over there. And now I will have to knead this dough a little bit more just to remove all those air bubbles, and then I'll have to divide the dough. So I really don't have any particular way of dividing the dough. You can divide, you can make this as a log, a long cylinder, then chop, 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 or you can just do like a ball here and divide into sections. So with the dough like this, I normally get between 12 to 16 dough balls, depending how big or how small. You can go even up to 20, but 16, I think it's a good reasonable size. So I will divide it like this, half. I just eyeball, and then another half, and then I do again, and then again. So in one piece here I'll get 8, and this other piece I'll get 8. The next thing I do now, I will roll this. You can roll it like this, or you can do like this. The thing we want to achieve is a ball. We want a small ball for our bun. I will put them here. I'll continue doing like this until I'm finished, then I will show you the next stage. They are all done. I tried to be as much consistent with the size and give them a distance so that they can rise. If you do not have parchment paper, you could again use oil to do on your pan. I'll take this back into the oven for another 1 hour to rise. My oven is just having the light bulb on, and that will give it enough heat to rise gradually. And then we will be back after this. Welcome back. This is after 1 hour of rising. But in the 45th minute, I started my oven 350 degrees. Now I am going to put these in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, and they will be ready, and we will see how they turn out. My bread buns are done after exactly 25 minutes, and they are hot. Now they are touching each other. So our final touch I will do, I'll just soften the butter here, and I will just brush on top here, just to give it just a nice shine on top. And I will do like this for all, not too much, but just a little bit, and because they are hot, they will be really beautiful and shiny. And then see, they look perfect, and this is whole wheat. we added this the mixture of the flour so that you have a more healthier bread roll. You can use it however you wish. And before I finish here, let me show you one and how they look inside. Look at that. Look at that. Even if you put for a week in your fridge, they will still be very, very soft. And they smell delicious, and I know my buns taste great. There you have it. I have shown you step by step. I have shown you you could combine your flour, or you just have white flour if you wish. Go ahead, give it a try, and let me know how yours turns out. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Until we see you next time, bye.